My name is Sarah Brown. I came to Islam. It'll be 5 years this January. Before Islam, I was Christian. I was primarily Baptist. I was a missionary. I was very involved in church, very evangelical, born again, diehard Christian. I didn't really have a bad life or anything before your average Christian girl. And then I came to Islam, again, almost 5 years ago. And after Islam, it's really changed my life in terms of how I live my life, in terms of it's a complete lifestyle change, not like it was too drastic from what I was doing before. The religion is really part of my life now. And I'd say that reactions from people since becoming Muslim, like my family didn't really understand it, but now they've come around a bit more. But people in general are kind of confused by me since I am a white American, but Muslim. They always assume I'm from somewhere else or my parents are from somewhere else. People have been pretty good. Of course, I've had nasty comments, but you just have to let them roll off your back. Otherwise, it's been pretty good. Lots of people are really positive, lots of positive reinforcement. A lot of people I think are more open-minded than I guess, the news kind of likes to paint things. There's a lot of, Christians, Jewish people, of any faith, who are very supportive of Muslims and, just believe in, people being able to practice their religion and not to be criticized for it.
What was the number one thing that brought you to Islam?
I would say just the concept of one God, that there wasn't anyone else I had to go through to get to God. It was just God. When I pray, it's just me and Him. That's it. And that, I think, was the most important thing. And then, of course, also that it's a complete lifestyle thing. So.
What would you consider was your greatest challenge in converting to Islam, and also the greatest reward in now being a Muslim?
The challenge was probably more pressure from people that I knew. Everyone's like, oh, you don't want to do that, you don't know what that is, what people do, and the men in that religion, they're horrible. And it's like, well, okay, separate the people from the religion. But coming to Islam, I'd say the best thing, I would say everything that everyone said it was just confirmed that it wasn't. That it is peaceful, that people are good, who genuinely practice the religion. They don't criticize people for how they live. No one's, openly tells someone you're going to hell because you don't believe this. Just that sort of concept that, I guess that, I'm trying to think.
No, that's good, that's good.
Yeah.
Maybe another question is, what message would you like perhaps American women, or maybe American Muslim women who are converts, to know about from your experience perhaps? Or if you could give them a message, what message would you give them?
Just on Islam in general?
Yeah, Islam in general.
Just look into it for yourself. If it's something that you're confused about, that you don't know about, maybe if you just completely are against it, just stay open-minded. I was open-minded even though I was told not to be. And I had to go against that. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing saying that you're a bad Christian or, whatever religion you're a part of. It just means that you are willing to learn something new about something that you are completely unfamiliar with. Just ask a Muslim, essentially, ask someone who practices the religion, what it's about. Go to a mosque if you can, go just pick up a book on Islam, pick up the Quran. There's lots of them in English, good translations. And then for any reverts, pretty much the same thing. Ask someone. So don't just assume.
Do you have any closing remarks or anything else you would like to say?
I think that's it.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.